Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Boris USA Live. My name is Boris. Привет, как дела? I'm from Russia. Today I'm gonna tell you how did I move to United States of America. Let's go! Поехали! Please subscribe to my channel to not miss any video. Back in 2014, I was living back in Sochi, Russia. There was Olympic Games. Yes, you probably heard this city name. And I was working for the Olympic Games actually, this was very nice. I'm an IT guy. I was working as a software distribution engineer and was providing the software to the computers on the Olympic venues. So back then, I was filing the application for the diversity visa program, which US government is providing. You are filling the basically application about your name, your last name, first name, where you live, what you do, and etc. etc. You submit and that's it. It's free, nothing required, and you have a chance, if you will be selected, to win the green card, the permanent residence in the United States. Awesome, right? Why didn't you try your chances? This is really amazing, but so many people around the whole world is trying to do the same. The chances to win this lottery is as little as win the Powerball jackpot. It's almost impossible. Many of my friends actually was trying and failed. Actually, when I was working back in Kazan, Russia in 2012, at that time I was just a green guy, junior, just came to the new workplace. It was actually my first job in IT in a company named Fujitsu. And I had a comrade who was telling me, hey, you know what, there is such a lottery. Hey, what's lottery? The lottery of green card. Wow, what's that? Well, the green card allows you to live in the United States. And I was thinking, wow, that's cool, I would like to. And I was always dreaming about the United States because, you know, all these Hollywood movies and etc. etc. It's making the Americas so tempting. I've never been to America before, but I was for sure certain that I will love it. Back to the story. In 2014, when I was living in Sochi, I filed the application and you basically send this application and forget about it. This lottery starts every year in October and you can file the application until the November. The dates are vary a little from time to time, so you can always check in the US government site. So you file the application, then click the submit, and basically that's it. You then forget about it and the results will be published in the May of the next year. So you're waiting a little and in the May you're starting to check out results. So guess what? When I was submitting the application, it was already the third time when I was trying to submit this, and I of course forget about it and never even checked that application. Actually, I just forget it in May, forget in June. Actually, in the end of June, I was planning to move to Spain in Barcelona because I was moving there for the job purposes. My company, who I was working for the Olympic Games, was relocating me to Spain, Barcelona, where they had headquarters to continue working for the next Olympics in Rio, but on a remote basis. I was already in progress to get my Spanish visa. I was in Moscow, was about to go to the Spanish consulate in Moscow, but on that particular day, I remembered, hey, I was finding this application for the green card. I had some time, I wanted, okay, let's just check it out. And I'm logging in, providing my credentials as always, and guess what? I see there, you have been selected. I said, oh my gosh, what do I do? It's really amazing. I'm going to Spain right now. I have to get my passport and visa from Spanish consulate, but at the same time, you have been selected. So that means I win? Or what's next? How do I get my green card? So the process is a little bit more difficult than just file the application once. So once you have been selected, you go to the forums, searching the information in the internet, what do you do next? So actually the next step was file the DS-260 form, which is basically whole information about yourself. Where did you live for the past 10 years? Where did you work? What did you do? Who is your wife? Do you have kids? And etc, etc, etc. It was a big application, and the most difficult part for me was, could you please provide the address in the United States of America where we will send you the documentation? I was scared. What do? I don't know. I don't have any address. I don't have anybody in the United States yet. I'm really scared, and I just, okay, I'll postpone that. I'll just go to Spain, we'll start my living there, and we'll see how it goes. So that's what I did. I basically took my visa and fly to the Barcelona, Spain, which was gorgeous. Barcelona is a must-visit city. It's one of the best cities in the world, I think, because it's a warm place, it's a lot of culture, and all these beautiful buildings. The food there is, European food and Spanish food is amazing, yeah. So I started my life in Barcelona, and after about 2 more months, I remembered, okay, I need to complete whatever is pending for me. So that form, DS260, still pending to complete, and I was thinking, if I have been selected, I could not miss that chance. People dreaming about to be selected, and I have been selected. Despite the fact that Barcelona is a nice city, I was always dreaming to move to the United States of America. So I filed this application, completed DS260, and sent it over. At that moment, I did not have the address in the United States yet, but I was ready to provide it later. That's exactly what I write there. I will be provided later. Life goes on. Once you fill all the information in DS260 form, where you used to live for the past 10 years, where you used to work, as I said, all the information about you, you're clicking the submit button, you get the confirmation number, and basically that's it. You're forgetting about this form again because it takes time. You don't need to expect that next day you'll get some response. It basically took me about half a year or more when I get some message back. And actually it was a funny story. I was asking for promotion at my work back in Barcelona and get refusal. So my manager told me that I will not be promoted yet. You're still young, you still just joined the company in Barcelona, so sorry, no. And at that moment I checked my emails, and in junk folder, there was the letter from the US Embassy in Moscow that was inviting me for the interview in 1 month. So I decided, wow, that's my chance. That's what I was dreaming about. I got to go, and I went there back in Moscow in Russia. I was passing all the medical examination tests. Before moving to the United States, you know, you have to get all the basic medications. So all vaccination has to be applied. You have to pass all the tests and etc, etc. So it's kind of basic. It's pretty easy. You just need to prepare all your documents, go to the specific place where you got all these certified doctors, pay some fee, and then already go to the interview. Interview is where they deciding if they will give you the green card or not, because you have been selected is not meaning yet that you will get your green card. So the interview went well. The officer was asking me a couple interesting questions, like why do I want to move to the United States? What do I know? Have I been there before? What do I plan to do there? How much money do I have on my account to sponsor myself, to afford the relocation, and etc, etc. I told him basically that I do not have that much money yet, but here's my account details. Take a look. I'm working currently in Barcelona, Spain, where I'm planning to continue to work to kind of save some money before moving to the United States of America, and that's what I actually did. I was not having enough money to relocation at that moment of interview yet, but I saved some money more, and I had 6 months after the interview to make that move, otherwise my visa would be cancelled. And officer liked me, I think, and he just told me after the moment of silence, congratulations, your visa has been approved. Please wait for your passports in 3 days. Wow, and congrats! I was so happy that day. I don't know how to explain. I was really so happy because it was my dream which became true. I had a visa to United States of America, immigration visa, which basically was green card. You don't get green card back in your country. You got to come to United States using this visa, pass the border control. They will do the paperwork, and then the green card itself and social security number will be provided to the address which you will specify in the United States of America. By the way, you may ask your friends or maybe some relatives here in the United States. That's what I did. I found a friend in the United States and asked him, can you please give me your address? The documents will be sent there. That worked well. So here I am in the United States of America. I'm currently living in Chicago, Illinois. It's a big city and quite famous. I think everybody heard about Chicago. You know, the Transformers movies, for example, one of the parts was here in Chicago where they destroyed the whole city. That's a city of skyscrapers. The first skyscraper was built here in Chicago, and still there are a lot of high-rise buildings here in downtown. And it's amazing to walk just around the city in the summertime, especially. In wintertime it's quite cold here, but remember, I'm from Russia. So the first city where I moved to United States of America was Miami Beach, Florida. That was gorgeous experience. It was very different atmosphere of the super hot, humid, plus 90 degrees Fahrenheit or plus 30 degrees Celsius. Ocean temperature was like a bath temperature. Like you go into the bath, you adjusting the temperature to the right level, and that was the temperature of the ocean. It was so warm. I was so happy. The first month in the United States for me was just amazing. You're looking at everything and everything looks gorgeous, everything looks so new, so bright, so different. That was amazing experience. But because I came to United States not just for vacation, I had to find my first work, and here's my IT experience was really useful, and especially experience working for the Olympic Games. I started to look around for the job in the Miami area, and I was open for relocation at that moment, so I found my first job back in Texas, Houston. I found the work as application packager, doing MSI packages for massive software distribution across the environment. So I moved to Houston, moved there by car. I was moving later more and more, so I traveled actually a lot across the United States. Most of my travels was by car, so I did a lot of road trips across the whole America, from south to north and from the east to the west and even back. So here's my story of moving to the United States of America. I really appreciate that chance that US government is providing that diversity visa lottery, which I successfully win and had a chance to move to the country where I was dreaming to live in. So right now I'm living in Chicago. I used to live in California, in New York, in Texas, and many other places. This is channel Boris USA Life. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to not miss any video. I promise that I'll publish more and more. I'll try to make it as interesting as possible. Please write the comments below in case if you know something or maybe you want to ask me something. I will be glad to respond to your comments. Thank you again for watching this video. Спасибо. До свидания. Пока-пока. Adios. Bye-bye.